have got for us. Going into this, you definitely think it would be like
okay, Loud on defense.
Fun game.
And we got EG on attack.
I'm not gonna lie, that map one was pretty sick.
It was pretty fire.
I'm hoping the fireworks continue into Pearl.
But nice pistol at the moment for Loud. A lot of early info over towards B. You might even see a shift away from this at one point.
Back on your duty again on
Depends
this map.
how late we get on the time. Depends if they make a lot of sound over towards A main.
Stuff over on Pearl since they started in kickoff when
Wait,
was on the Phoenix.
is this the best timing in the world?
I
Yep.
love this
Yeah, it is.
stuff. Watching C9 on this map.
It really, really is.
So good.
Oh, here goes the big pivot. They can at least... I mean, honestly, they might go for a 4. No one's going to 5-person walk through B.
He's going for a walk. He's all the
Yeah, they
way
might
through
4-person
B,
stack this.
going back towards mid. There's going to be a pretty heavy stack
So,
on A
honestly,
by the time
with this
VCT
timing,
Hey, I'm not
I want to see how they want to play
Ye's been
this.
on the
Definitely a couple of ways of playing this.
even
Maybe they
in
could have
the
smoked and actually
versus,
played on the side itself
wait, no,
with the
I'm
3, but they
You
decided
are
to play
but
far
there's
back and kind of
a
fast flood
coming in
this.
first.
What am I talking about?
EG are out on the site.
Oh,
Show
God.
spam down by Nature, and now they'll fight back towards Secret. Tui's good for a second. He ended the game,
Tui's
and he starts this one strong as well.
They should both stay off angle.
But Nature right now isolated on the site.
The players main are not smoked off though, so there is a crossfire. Now the smoke's up. And Pancata is
They get the other
rewarded
smoke
with
over
the kill.
towards A main.
Swing
Oh, not
out,
another
Sheriff
smoke.
is
Astra suck.
pulled wide.
Oh,
Vintage
nice though. They hand this well. Dude, Tui's absolutely saved them though. Tui's really, really saved them. Shout out to DG Zin. This info over towards B was everything though. There's a reason they could have the 3-person strong. There's a reason that Tui's was there in the first place. For the crypt, thank you so much for the 13 months. Of course, dude. Thank you for saying that also. Thank you very much.
Nicely played with what little utility they had on offer in the pistol.
For sure. Yeah, let's watch that again. The slide into the boom transfer. And the defuse. Let me fight for my life here because
Okay.
it was the swap between the two. Before last series, it had been Ye on the Yoru
Yes.
and Icy on the Jet, and they flipped for crew, dominated
Yeah.
crew. They're maintaining that here today.
Yeah, and that
So
makes
you're
sense.
only a little crazy.
I wasn't crazy. I misspoke, Mimi.
Got a hero,
Not crazy.
hero
Yeah, I
Marshall.
was gonna say.
This is nice for Loud as well. Just aggro over towards A. Got that early info once again with the 1, which means they can heavy stack over towards B. We're definitely keeping an eye on this. There's a good amount of teams, especially in Americas, that prioritize the sides and get that early info, mean that they can have the stack on the sides.
They got a
in this
silly
round.
Marshall. They've got
You
a
agree that
silly
Loud should keep this 5 for the next split? 100%. I have literally no doubt in my mind.
Better call Saul. No.
Like, this 5 can do so much damage.
As Lucho is just getting flash fighting back in.
Dude,
Pancata is
how
so
long
good
did this
with
flash
right
last
now.
for?
It's
Oh my
Pancata
goodness.
And Lucho Doncic again.
Say the line. Say the line.
Broncata and wait, what line? Broncata and Lucho Doncic on
Or
the
it's
side.
like 2 Radiant players versus.
Oh, 2 Radiants versus 5 eye.
I was thinking of the why don't miss a shot thing.
Oh, that
Like the
again?
Brazil guy.
Oh, we'll wait on that
Okay.
one for
We'll hold
another
on to that
why
one.
he don't miss shots moment.
I like how we all went completely different directions. Say the thing. Everyone has a different idea.
I like Broncata and Doncic. That's really good. Yeah, maybe if it was these two, they would have won that first
Right.
playoffs game.
Maybe.
5.
Louder,
Full
about
guns.
to go for a big fight here into mid. Flash on.
What the hell? That is so
You're
fast.
just reacting to a highlight reel this match.
Dare I say? I'm not gonna say it.
This is just a montage,
What do you
and
do?
I like it.
This
said he wasn't
is
gonna say.
lovely
Small
play
wasn't
from
gonna
these
say
two
it.
though.
Well, I was gonna say
Get
time.
info on the sides again, stack this up, so even if they push over towards here, they can reactively push over towards A main, and then hold strong here, and then it's very hard, they'll kind of push into the 1 that would be rotating.
Sweet time just trying to contact.
Dude, I like how Loud play this at the moment. It's nice.
Common
Got
close
early wall
angles.
info,
At
Fawns,
some
flash
point,
to
they're gonna
stall.
have to activate that shear wall.
I don't love Luxio's odds with just a Marshall.
Kawazin,
backside.
get in the info so they can get the stack over towards
I wouldn't
B.
say I hate them either.
Although also, like, right now with this walk-up A main, Cow getting all the info, Loud can start to lean over into B, call Pancata in to assist Luxio. That duo, we just saw it last round, completely carve up EG on their exec.
Kawazin has a really nice timing on this one.
Kawazin has incredible timing. He actually might just get both.
Going
30 seconds left.
Kawazin, perfect timing. That's one.
Did he see the
Dips
other
away,
one?
Doesn't get greedy.
No, and now you have to plant this spike if you're Nature,
20
feeling the
seconds.
pressure of the time.
Luxio has a fight here. When does he choose to swing with? But another swing in
Oh.
Nature. gets it done. But the plank
Pancada
is still not down, and
snuck in.
has snuck in backside. A flank coming through. They're crossing them up every which way. And Pancada somehow doesn't come up with the second. And now Nature, the IGL, a chance to win this in the 1v1.
Not a good plant, though.
Great kill on Pancada, who's going to regret getting ahead of himself, trying to take that fight before Kawanzin is here, and now they're not playing it form, but Kawanzin doesn't have a gun.
Does it matter?
3 HP. How did Nature manage to survive both of these duels backside as well? Nicely done from him.
I mean, still though, that is EG only surviving one player on the anti-bonus.
Yeah, it's
Pancada said in the interview with Rip, we just needed more money. They kept making it too close on every eco. And
Be for real.
I would say this is more so getting their funny off this round.
I mean, they could have won that if they just if they slowed down at the very end in that 2 versus 1. But you have to give credit to Nature. He's come up with a couple clutches.
still really
already
like
to
how
make
Loud played
EG.
this in the 3v3.
I was gonna say,
Respect to the IGL.
him and Ye are the only guys on the board right now.
Ye has postured himself into that Nebula, which is going to expire soon, to just seem tons of space towards B, allowing for
A
that
lot of
stack
priorities on the sides again.
Loud, great forward information. Missiles pushes Luke Show off the line in street, but again, Louder can have clear
Still pretty nice
picture
for
of what EG are
EG.
trying to do this round.
Lead over towards door early on. They hear the Prowler re-clear over towards A, so they should know that they can kind of take this space a lot bit. Drone goes in to confirm it.
He is a crazy man. It's a 5v5, 40 seconds in, and he's walking on him.
He still has the TP to go back to back hall.
Hasn't found the wall
Louder
yet.
actually giving up the high-low.
Okay, you
they
can hear the
had
wall
looking
now.
into Art because the clock is starting to wind
I
down.
would love to see him bait this wall and just TP back.
Well,
That
again,
pressure.
Yeah, it's great, right? And Loud can stall this plant with Tejo missiles. They're going to have an Astro Wall too for a quick
well,
retake.
EG should know that there's a big
stack
stack here.
now, or it's going to become more and more challenging.
Thorns up. Another bit of stall. Finally, EG are making this hit happen, but there's so many players backside ready to flood in. Util.
Loud have 5 players here.
Yeah, it's starting to rain in
Salvos
already.
to
Here's
stop
that
the
retake.
plant, 20 seconds on the
25
retap here.
spike Not planted. Luke Show trying to wrangle the shots. They're both low in this fight against Nature. He'll win it. Trade is
Spike
there,
down,
but
good
Loud has
spam from
arrived on the
Pancada.
site, and they have control. 15 seconds, and Loud has locked the door in the face of EG. A suck onto the bomb. Icy trying desperately to get a plant down, but the spam. His health
So
is
close.
just not there. Finally a stick.
Dude,
coming
another
through.
one.
Spam in time.
Pancada double spam on the planters.
Runs for the hills, and
Very nice.
EG lose the round.
That was allowed with map control the entire time, able to stack up the proper site, and then Luke Show taking that 1v1 against Nature, finds the kill, drags another player off site, forced to fight him, and then EG's presence actually trying to get the spike down, lessen.
I'm
Loud
a
pressure
little worried
forward.
about how EG are playing.
Really well handled.
Yeah, EG have to be able to put pressure back on these players in towards Secret, or you're never going to be able to get the spike down.
Like at the moment,
wasn't
Loud
possible.
just gets
Loud
so
didn't
much
even have to
info
use the
on one
cosmic divide.
side that
That
they
is
have
brutal.
numbers on the site.
Talk about not having money. EG now onto the full save.
Okay,
Kazin is
everyone apart from Ye can get one
automatically
shot here.
just Do this again, where he walks up with the Outlaw, but this time EG on that full call.
Supa has a Vandal.
And he gets killed
My
onto
goodness,
Digital.
this was fast. I didn't even see him.
Knives. There's some
Yeah, and they
options
pick up
for
an
EG
Outlaw.
to
This is
play
looking alright
round
for
through.
EG.
Real opportunity.
Same thing over towards the sides here, and this might be the round where Loud get punished for it because this is very early.
Walk up for Kawanzin. Did he get spotted? There's a player just around that corner.
Ooh,
I don't think Nature knows.
I like this though. It's a
Loud
strong
really
angle.
Challenging the extremities. Last round it was B, now A.
They're so bold with these walk-ups.
I mean, even 2 rounds ago, it was Cow that walked all the way through A to get that re-wrap towards Street.
And
Time again, guys. 50 seconds.
But every round, it's like Loud, get that forward walk up, and then hard stack the other side of the map. So there's always time pressure because EG are
Okay, well,
slowly
3-person here
working into
again.
mid-space and not finding any
Smoke,
kills. The
smoke,
clock is spraying,
Fawns,
it's running
flash.
away.
And at that,
Beijito,
they're never actually triggering
Salvos.
that sheer wall on either mid nor street nor arc.
Here's the execute. Luke Show, Pancada.
30
I mean,
seconds
they're
left.
just going to get ripped to pieces, surely.
It's another round
No
where the
time.
coach should be riding at
Here's
the
that
3 on
round
for
site.
EG, and they're getting locked into a corner. The smoke will fade, the kill will come in, and this round...
Astra ult to secure it, make sure to keep it nice and clean. Dude, very, very clean on this one. Very well handled. Dude, EG got to do a timeout. They got to be writing numbers and being like, why is there 4 or 3 on every single site we go? Pixel, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Thank you for the 5 gifted. You know what to do is get some kind of oil slug spam going. At Pixel, FRTN. Thank you as well. Appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much. They're getting destroyed. Yeah, the info on the sides is like the game plan from Loud is insane right now. Like no matter what, but there's no sounds, they just push the other place and they just get info and they can just stack. Like they got an insane read at the moment. The game plan's sick.
All well and good.
This is bold. It's really bold. Not a good peek.
Gets the opener. Icy. Or is he going to try and go for it here? Out with the Bucky. Icy. He gets his kill.
Yeah, good movement. Tossing the
great fade eye.
No one broke it. That's 1 kill.
Dude, they didn't get the plant down as well. Two's managed to spam from spawn. Does he ult? Yeah, he ults backside. No little gap.
Trying to find something super.
My god, he had to send it through the fawns. They still managed to get a kill though.
Still not scaled out into the site.
Salvos for this.
Get some info. No one's played close.
Yeah.
But even then, Ye's still
the great timing of that smoke though for him to cover.
Into the site. Ye is here. Finally taken down, but lots of time.
Do they wait for the fade eye?
Rest of EG playing deep towards long. First tap onto the spike now.
I think it's going to be a straight post plant. They don't have the time for this. Loud finally getting on the spike. Finally trying to stick things through. Tui's gets the kill. There's still room for the stick. Super adjust.
Holy, everyone whiffed on him again. Nice shots from Super, but
maybe should have been, but EG
still these rounds are not convincing.
They've done a great job at shutting down Digizine now on these prior 2 rounds, who's been pushing up with the scoped weapons, trying to find that opening towards B-Long. At some point, though, on that Loud 2v2, you just
I have no idea what it is, man. People can't aim on EG players.
He did a great job delaying.
I see it so much past the past 2 weeks.
The Loud were actually able to get
so
to the
weird.
spike and tap. There were 2 stars down. It's just, you just know it's over at that point.
That's relatable.
For real.
We've been
it's
there.
The movement. It's I don't think it is. Because I'm seeing people crouching, committing, and they're still surviving for a long time.
Red Bull clutch to win that round, but it does give a little momentum back to EG. Seems like this is a technical pause.
Yeah, so it's a tech pause.
He's got the hot towel, gonna get a nice shave.
We were told we're investigating a bug. I'm gonna assume we're investigating that one of the Loud players can't see anything.
Well, we do get back into this. I was also just looking at the EG economy because they lost so many players. It's going to be in a rough spot. Loud will still have an opportunity to win 1 round for 2 unless EG get the plant down, get some additional cash.
What role do you think is best for IGL then? Like Smokes, Initiator, both of them are pretty decent.
If they win a round, that would extend it for sure.
5 to 5.
Yeah.
And then possibly even
everything else you have to focus on your crosshair too much, like either side of the map. Either a duelist have to focus on your crosshair too much, or your sentinel you have to focus on crosshair too much, like waiting for some kind of reactive push, and you're normally like disattached. So.
All over the hand warmer, and then it's on your
I'm not saying that you have to do it though. I don't think there's like a strict rule that you have to be like this. I think it's like preference, to be honest, and I think it depends on the rest of your team. Like if you have other people on your team that can give you info and you have protocols, then I think you're good. Like I think Vitality are a big team that do this at the moment. If you like watch their split, I feel that Les actually does a lot of their mid-rounding of they re-cleared A. They haven't seen anyone, let's go A, and they just kind of have the protocol for it. So he's good at info gathering. So I think it's, I mean, you can IGL on any role, but it's obviously easier on Smokes and Initiator.
Wyatt, let me sell this for you. You got Digizine in one corner, John Cena in the other, right? And then you just run the clip. You don't actually have to have anyone there.
I know this is a bad answer. I'm gonna give you some time to think. Let's watch a little video. When we come back, I want an answer. Here we go. Veteran Pancada, he spoke with us earlier about his thoughts on Loud's new rookie, Luke Show. Let's listen, then you answer.
Are any of these gamers even fit?
Play the video.
O Luke Show ele se adaptou muito fácil. Ele já estava treinando com a gente, não jogando. Ele jogou poucos mapas, mas assistindo de perto e participando e anotando e vendo tudo que tipo tava rolando, Então a adição dele foi muito fácil, ele já estava ligado no que fazer. Fora que ele tem um talento sensacional, né? Mostrando aí no palco como ele é tão bom individualmente. Então foi muito fácil, caiu como uma luva, muito talentoso. E agora vamos manter.
He's standing in the lineup. You heard it here in that video. Makes sense. Luxio's been absolutely impressive.
Yeah,
And him and
I mean,
Pincata
he's great.
leading the way with 27 kills apiece
Louise
in
is
map
back?
number
Yeah.
1 to put Loud up in this series. If you're just joining us, we're still in a tech pause game, a bug being investigated by our admins. More importantly, I asked you a question, Wyatt.
No,
Which VCT Americas player would be the best wrestler?
Okay, not a player, but I could see Potter being inserted into the fatal four-way that opens Mania tonight.
You think?
Potter's got the size, wingspan. Yeah, I could see Potter hitting a nasty frog splash. So I'll go with Potter. And TCK with C9. I was thinking of who's jacked. That dude is built.
Who, QCK?
No, TCK.
Oh, TCK,
yeah,
okay.
TCK. That is a fit man.
I was like, QCK?
No, I could see him contending for the IC title. TCK versus Braun Breaker, I'll take that. I'm
Did you
talking
have an
nonsense.
I don't know what any of this
I'm
means.
talking absolute nonsense. What?
Chrissy, did you have an answer?
I don't have an answer.
You don't have an answer?
I'm not
were checking your
a
phone.
WrestleManiac.
Is that what they call the fans?
Yeah, they call me Mr. Maniac.
All right, well, let's check in with your favorite would-be wrestler, Potter. She also had a word with us, this time about Ye's return and
His
really
timeouts,
his
that's
debut
attack.
here for VCT Americas getting picked up by this team. Let's take a listen to her thoughts on El Diablo.
Is that his wrestling name?
Ye is...
Potter definitely took a risk on Ye, bringing him into this roster off of you know how rough his last 2 years were. The failure of that Bleed roster, even earlier the implosion of DSG and Challengers when he was there. It was some pretty tough sledding, even going back to getting dropped from C9.
You're on the Nongshim lower
issues
bracket
after one event.
train.
But now he's here on EG and he's trying to find his mark.
don't know
We're
about
still in
that.
the tech pause. You can see
Oh boy.
this game not over.
Well.
So
Yeah, it's not in Valor. That's a problem.
That's not a
we've
good
heard
sign.
it's going to be 3 minutes. We'll see how accurate
That was
is.
about
But
1 minute ago.
yeah,
So
hopefully we'll be back
we're
in
getting
soon.
there.
So you want to click the play button, I
With
see.
how Nongshim are playing, I
That's the
don't feel
first step.
confident with
First
that.
step.
Yep.
But
Right, we are being informed
seen
we have to
crazy
teach him how to
things.
load Valorant.
Oh.
And I'm sure that was not sarcastic. He got in!
Nice, he got
Wow.
You got to put the referee jersey back on and go
night,
help the
Lexi.
man.
Thank you, thank you.
It's true, it's true.
in. The old lore. I could also see El Diablo in like a lucha tag team with Rey Mysterio. That would work
Who's
too.
Rey Mysterio?
You know who
I
Rey
know who that is.
Mysterio
He's the dude with the
Well, I've heard
mask.
the
Yeah.
name.
He's got the
All right,
mask.
that's-
He's so mysterious.
That's crazy.
I think I watched a Jack
Didn't
Black
they-
movie where they had that.
Didn't
Yeah,
they
there
find
he's
out
back.
who
Surely
that
we're
was,
good.
and then that was a big deal, like in a bad way? Like he wasn't supposed to be known who it was?
I can't. It's. I mean, it's not like he wears it in the mask in airports. I mean, he's just like, you
You're
know.
getting on your United Airlines flight and you just see a luchador
Man.
as you walk past.
I want to check in. Can we look at Ye's monitor? Is that
Yeah,
a
show us his
possibility?
monitor.
Oh, we can
Oh,
see
not-
Icy.
Oh,
No.
boy, well.
Why is Icy
Or not
closing
Ye. I mean
Valorant?
Icy. Sorry, that's not Ye.
There you
that's
go. That's the
Icy.
right button.
Did he pick the right tournament realm? That's the
That
question.
is. He probably picked the wrong one the last time because I saw him messing with it.
Just accidentally clicks on League. We have to reset again.
Okay. Another alternate reality question. Which VCT Americas pro would be the best league for us?
No, this is true. I know the answer to this.
Oh, really?
Boostio. Boostio is currently Grandmaster in League of Legends.
Is that, please give it to me in Valorant terms. I don't know what you're talking
that's like a
Immortal?
high
Yeah.
immortal. Yeah.
Oh.
That's right underneath
right.
Radiant.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
I found, or at least during kickoff, I think he told me that.
Yeah, it's funny. We have
Isn't
a lot
that
of pros
harder
who,
than
like,
Immortal,
more
though?
pros at other games you wouldn't expect
Isn't
them
that
to
isn't
pass.
that
Not the case with
comparison
Lucio,
wrong?
But I mean, what, he was like a tier 2 player back in Overwatch. So there's always the stories going back through. Also, a lot of new rookies who their first pro game is Valorant. A lot of them showing up on the stage today. The likes of Luke Show.
That high Immortal?
Especially
Is that
has been
still
very
true as well?
impressive. New issue
What's
is
above
Manifest,
Grandmaster?
Or so I'm hearing. Mouse issue.
Nice.
Man.
Nice.
So you're going to want
Icy
to
is
plug the mouse
struggling.
in. That's the first step.
You really
Also-
cashed in
Challenger.
with Pansy at Bangkok and then brought her energy back
It's
here.
messed up. Look how many. He has 4 bottles of water, two
I
other
respect
drinks.
that. He's
Like,
hydrated.
what is? No, they're like still full though. He didn't empty them.
Well, 2 of them
You
are.
never like
He's gone through 2.
You never like forget you have like a cup of water and you go to the kitchen, you fill another
Throw
cup
them
of water.
away.
Oh no, you got to stay with 3 different drinks. I got like my hot tea and my sparkling water
Oh
and
my
my
God,
regular
Digizon's
still
back.
water.
He's back. Where'd he go?
Object.
Call back to your lack of object permanence, I suppose.
Boundary is limited to like 100 people though, a couple of hundred.
Oh, give us a video meeting.
So it's kind of like low radiant then maybe. Low radiant, high RR, Immortal 3 I guess.
Can we see his letterbox?
I do think we saw Loud's form against both the last two teams. Sentinels for sure. I mean, they brought it a very close 2-1 series, I would say, and they definitely could have won it hands down. And we're talking about, like, for me, like, Kalenzine had a pretty rough series, and he's usually, when we talk about Loud, this guy is always good for 3. Always. And he had a really rough series, and they still brought it, like, insanely close.
Interesting to hear from EG's IGL, and a little update for the viewers back at home.
Surely we're ready.
We are past game issues. We're in a new era, and we now have, quote, major mouse issues.
Major mash issues.
Oh, and it's all fixed, is
and
what we're
fixed.
hearing.
Okay.
Cool. Was it the classic, I forgot to charge my wireless mouse?
Major issues. I didn't plug it in.
that happens constant. That is the bane of the challengers player. The amount of tech pauses that we get in challenges because players forget to charge their
That was a
mics.
good catch.
Okay,
We got the game
we're
to
back.
fix itself.
EG
Okay,
just
here we
won
go.
a round
Map number 2.
with
This game, no
Superman
stats for the
surviving
playoffs,
70
but both
HP,
teams
so you have to
clearly
rebuy armor. So we got
trying,
1,
and
2,
Cloud trying to
3,
get their first
4.
win with a
4 people
2-0.
that can't buy next. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 people. 2, 4. Sure. We got 4 and 4 that can't buy next. Insanely important rounds, and EG is struggling a little bit.
Talent on Loud, the shooters that they have. This is why I don't understand how they're 0-4. These
It
guys
doesn't make sense.
have some sick players.
Yeah, this is a good change up though, but are they going to do that thing where they saw pressure here and they're now going to walk down towards B, or because as we could see that would be incredible, and they were doing that up until this tech pause.
Simply due to time. This time, though, they have dealt with the Vise wall in mid, and that has
He cleared
been,
this pretty early. There is a
beating them
smoke
for
here.
the
Someone
first
could have
part of
made
this
it, so
half.
there's now pressure. So this guy from A needs to watch
They
out.
want to re-clear A main. Yeah, they're going to do so off the Prowler, get the information as Ye is forced to break it in the stealth turn.
Yeah, rotate comes in, no pressure over towards B really, so the 1-3 stack can go in. Every single time when Loud have a stack over towards here, they just hold back a site. They don't want to fight for site, they just want to hold this. Which against the tail isn't going to work well.
They're here to brawl. Dash through. The double duelists have arrived. The plant still yet to. Oh, the fight through the smoke. He was alone there, and he died.
Yeah, he just went for a
his
play.
hubris. Now an advantage to Loud. They're gonna put more
Vice.
into this
Oh,
one. Guns taken away.
kind of need some smokes though.
Barry alone here, just a shorty in his hands. We saw
Nice
Ye
smoke to
do
play
it.
with, though.
A little late, but Dijazine could try to rip that.
Yeah, they didn't take enough space with the Vice, so
Yeah, he's going to.
He gets out. Now a 4v4. Ult from Dijazine.
Wait,
Haven't seen
insta-half?
something this one. Missiles
Dude, insta-half
finally in,
is
but
nice,
they got it
though.
halfway. Icy only goes 1 for 1.
still a smoke on the
There's
spank.
still a lot of time for Loud to play.
They'll have
with.
Astra Suck.
Power is sticking again, and no
Wait,
one is
it
stopping
is
him.
just
No one
over.
is
Okay,
swinging
they
him.
Astra Suck late.
The pull doesn't come in. They didn't think it was halved, and they lose the round
Well.
because of it. Loud now 5-2 up.
And it's another 3K for Pancata. I mean, like, what
He's
is
14 and
going
2.
on?
He's 14 and 2.
7.0
On
KD.
Astra. Yeah, I mean, the first one is, yeah, that fight through
Tough.
is just...
Was there a Yoru flash?
Did
or
they
something
Astra
like
Suck
this?
now?
Icy had
Oh my
one
goodness.
flash left, but I mean, Potter's looking befuddled. As am I.
Uh-oh.
Just unfortunate.
Maybe some kind of comms issue? Okay,
it's
Calling
timeout,
a
yeah. It's
timeout
going
after
awful.
a pretty disastrous post plant from EG.
I mean, I can get inside Ye's head there and see what he's trying to do. Like, there's big retake ultimates for the side of Loud, so if you can take that timing and get the kill, especially if it's
There's a
on
crazy
to,
play from
you know,
Ye.
go
It's
Flyers,
a
for example. All of a
50-50
sudden, that just
duel.
straight up wins the
It's
round,
not
but it
like...
is a big gamble
It's not like
to go
I'm
for.
crazy
We saw what
against
sort of
it, to
happened
be
EG
honest.
After it. It's only the Yoru and Icy that can stay on the site.
He's going for a 50-50
TPL.
duel. His
I don't know, I just feel
pre-aim's
like
in the
EG
right
are
place. It's only kind of one
consistently
place they can be standing
running
anyway.
both into time trouble and also not having any forward positions on sites in the post plant.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that was definitely
Is
the
it
idea.
50-50?
Ye had, but it was just
Well,
not.
they can be
synced up
close.
with anything, and that was.
Like this,
their
I guess there's
undoing.
only they're both pre-aiming at the same place.
Finally able to extract some value out of the
I don't mind it that much.
Nobody actually hitting
What are you meant to do? Sit there and tank this and this?
Stack up the majority of their players towards A.
Like you have to get a little bit proactive. What was the wall? This?
280 across all
Where is
4
it, like
international
this?
leagues.
That?
NG hasn't won a series.
That, I guess. Dude, that's a 50-50 duel. You're both pre-aiming in the same place. I guess on LAN, this guy actually has like a 70. So yeah, maybe it's a little bit rough, but he's going proactive because he knows that he has to go proactive against the ults. So maybe there should be some util there, I guess.
Makes sense. Once the smoke goes down too, they can probably rotate Cal out of the space. Maybe even drone seeing nothing, the Yoru could TP out.
Ooh, I wonder if that caught him. That was honestly tough to tell. It was super close either
Also
way.
not expected. I mean, yeah, it's not the smartest.
And they're going to have
I think someone, whether it's him or whether it's the IGL, said that they need to like
cut off the split before it comes in.
push.
They know EG
I think
consistently play into mid. There's only 1 or 2 guys that'll go towards B long.
they all secrets they should have taken there. I definitely agree with that. It's a lot safer to like tuck into these kind of positions since you would massively agree with that. Like the push makes more sense to go here.
The space they actually need to get the spike to safety. Yoru TP's back deeper into main.
So seeing those 2 players pushed up B.
Okay, one pass on fake. This is the first time we've seen something like this from EG. Pretty nice. It comes down to DG's Zin. Dude, DG's Zin's in a really weird spot.
He needs to be ready to fight in main. He could win the
Like
round
really
here.
weird. He's got no TP to get out of here. He ate the stun as well.
He might die for it. Stunned the second time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He delayed a lot of time though. And honestly, time might make the difference. We got an Astra suck maybe. Oh, it's a big spam, bro. It's a big spam. Planting out in the open. What a shot that is from Derek. He's absolutely saved him. Oh my goodness, this got so intense right at the end. Holy.
How on earth do they win that? With, what was it, 12 seconds when they were stuck in main trying to get onto the site? Pancata gets the double spam.
Pancata got double through smoke. Yeah, that's insane.
My eyes, get acid into my eyes. What is A main right now?
That is a... Pancata just gets 2 kills spamming the smoke.
Is double stunned, but at the same time double flashing EG. And then with the 0.5 seconds,
they missed Derek's shot. Derek's shot was everything as well. That forced him down to an eco. We managed to get a pretty close half now with this.
That is a classic Potter timeout. Instantly, EG are back with a round win.
Oh, don't even.
It's also put Loud on an eco.
Right.
EG have already opened this up. Got the first kill.
Don't give away another gun, thank you.
All good.
I just want 1 normal anti-eco. That's all I'm asking.
I'm not going to let you have it because Lookshow and Pancata are alive. Let me spin you something.
No.
Okay, very nice.
There we go. That was
just Loud one on timeout before this one. I think they stopped doing their reactive push on the sides, and that was winning them everything.
To really get EG back in this game, get the score tied up 5-5. That's going to be the one ultimate of significance in this. I mean, to be fair, Pancata is the Cosmic Divide, but the Dimensional Drift is just free low in the meta right now.
I think that was also Loud's throwaway round of fighting for the mid space on the low buy. Back to playing for mains, back to getting Digis in with a rifle this time. Posted up B long. I think it makes sense because so many of these rounds are coming down to the later moments too. Also just didn't have the money for it.
Next?
Okay, there's a gate crash from Icy placed over towards Art, going to teleport through now, get the information.
There's no way he Yoru ults past this wall, but they don't trigger it.
Execute with a
Or drops his clone.
What?
Or has any kind of backup.
Doesn't die for it either.
Oh my goodness.
It's another round where the site gets wild, and Cowanzine is the one who wins it out. The trade there is very nice from Ye, but Luxio's come up on the flank, eating away at some damage and shooed back to the safety of his teammates.
Yeah, Luxio's kind of struggled on that angle a few times. EG now droning to get
You
back
know the
to
walls
space,
there.
I think
Should
they
go
may
break
just end
this
up
at
rotating back
least.
towards B. They've left.
Thing is, they're just gonna get so much info. They're gonna break. They're gonna trigger the wall, which they knew was here.
It's behind the Cosmic Divide.
Okay, but then they're using it to fake that. Okay, I like that. Okay. The redemption arc is huge in this round. Just from this call, this is great. Especially with the ult selling it, that was nice.
They're slow though. Loud is working back, but they're not running it.
20 seconds, guys. Let's do it.
They're finally gonna find the site. Get the plant down.
15 seconds.
Get
They
the plant
should be
down.
able to plant here safely.
Okay.
Tui's missed his fade eye.
It's not too nail biting.
And Ye's boosted up on top of this box. Super annoying angle.
Unless
for
it's
Loud
meant
deal
to
with
go
the
on top
retake.
of there, which it might.
3 in art, 1 in main for the post fight. No presence on the site. And Digizin, he has a key position here, but he has to contend with Ye up top this box. This fight might just decide the round. Digizin starts to work in. It's free onto Ye. Flash in hand, but he dips back
Good
to
info.
safety. And now support has arrived in Loud. 2v2 towards Art.
Nice
They're
shots.
dealing with every kill, and the util starts to fall away. Missiles were used. They'll delay for a moment, but Derek is so far away from this fight, and now he's the
Damn,
only
very
one
nicely handed
left.
from Lance.
It's not enough. Loud has
Wait,
to run. The
guys?
time has expired, and EG sneak away with the round.
I didn't see exactly what happened there on the
No,
site.
I didn't see what
Wow.
happens
They had 3 players
because
around
I
this fight,
saw
couldn't
no
actually
Astra
get
Star
back on.
there.
The missiles.
The missiles came in for sure.
Super
Sure.
late delay from Derek.
Did they just have
It was
rockets and they did
looking
rockets
good for
before?
Loud. Digizin played that situation towards Art in really excellent fashion.
Yeah, I feel like they had time
Had
to get
Lucio
half
come
at one point
double up
here
with him
though.
After this kill, play off
Unless
of
there
that
was spam
Yoru
from
flash,
A-main.
but yeah, it was Derek playing way far back on the run, gets the delay off with the salvos.
Is this another Potter timeout? We had one, what, 4 rounds ago?
I mean, this is the
No,
last
it's a tech
tech pause.
Ah.
I don't know. I would have to watch that back
Makes
again.
the back
It
wall
felt like
able
there
to
should have been an
deduce that
opportunity to
information.
get half at least
And then
early.
assistance on our screen.
Hopefully we'll get
There's at least the Astra stuck in Teo,
major mouse issues.
Hopefully we
but
don't,
they were on
actually.
site
Just
with
talk.
2
I'd rather
really
start
early on.
Nah.
Okay, what do you want to talk about then?
I don't. Wait. Whoa. Don't put me on the spot.
You
here.
said I just want to talk and then don't have a topic?
I don't know my feelings.
Tell me about, how are you feeling about this map?
Where did those cartons of eggs come from?
The ones in front of us?
Yeah, have those been there the whole time?
They've been there
Yeah,
the
we've
whole
got
I just didn't.
ages
never mind.
4+ this adds. I realize there's no visual element to this, so I'm not sure how compelling the eggs in front of us is.
No,
but
it just that was an intrusive thought.
yeah, you just let it
that
slip
came
through.
up.
This is what happens by the time of the second, third tech pause. The intrusive thoughts always
No,
start
there's
to
been
win,
so
yes.
many,
Begin to
dude. This
win.
whole week is killing me. Tech pause wise.
At least I get to enjoy my apple cinnamon.
Max_Flicks with the Prime. Thank you, thank
What are
you.
you
I have no
chat?
idea,
What are
mate.
you drinking
They
right
asked
now?
me,
You
I'll
got
go.
any
Thank you
nice-
for the
nice
8
tea?
months. Appreciate the Prime.
Got
Red
a
Bull?
Red Bull, you know? Add it all into the mix.
Good, dude.
Especially the
Oh,
EMEA
Pekka
ones,
still
dude. It's
18
been
overall,
everyone.
That's good.
It's kind of
That's cool.
Everyone's farming the tech
unbelievable
pauses.
how good he's been.
I wonder if there's like
And
server
IGL at the moment, as
issues.
far as I know,
Like an issue with the client or something.
Yeah.
was last week.
Playing as the leader of
Because
this team. I mean,
why is it just
he's
this week
been
this many?
So good for them. I
know
think
it
that
says
we do
gear,
have a
but-
little video. I know you guys love videos. This one was from Penkata talking about his role switching back to being the IGL for this Loud team. Let's take a little listen.
Wow, I queued that up accidentally.
Yeah, good segue.
Os maiores desafios agora, eu acho que na função de GL, eu sinto que é a performance mesmo. Eu sou um jogador que sempre me cobrei no quesito da performance, mas agora que acaba que eu sinto que, tipo, o meu firepower abaixa um pouco. Eu morro muitas vezes, tipo, olhando no radar, ou vejo uma brecha, passo na frente e morro. Então acaba que eu vou ter que acostumar um pouco com isso, de estar um pouco mais abaixo no quesito individual. Mas faz parte, se o time for ganhar, tô disposto a fazer qualquer coisa.
Interesting to hear from Pankata. Obviously, he wasn't a player that was known as an IGL. Spent the biggest part of his career with Sadak leading this Loud team, and now that he's over in Europe, having to actually take the mantle and
Is that
lead
where
Loud.
he went?
Yes.
Wow.
Did you think he just like?
Wait, what happened to Les?
He's also in Europe, actually.
Why did everyone go to Europe?
I don't know. You tell me.
Man.
You're the one who keeps going over there.
No, I'm the one who always comes back.
That's true.
I'm so real for that.
That's
By the
called
way,
framing.
big Sippy's update from chat. I'm seeing a lot of waters personally. Staying hydrated out there.
I
You
respect
gotta love.
that.
Oh, where'd he go?
There was a keyboard issue in that last round from one of our players that may have impacted the round. Admins are investigating right
Keyboard
now.
issue? Maybe
We'll
that's
give you
why they
updates as soon
didn't
as possible.
up the spank.
Not a keyboard issue.
So we've had a mouse, we've had a keyboard.
A
Is
major
that why they
mouse.
couldn't
Yeah,
get on the spike?
Major mouse
Okay,
issue.
great.
Oh,
I take it with the
that
Prime. Appreciate
could've
the 7 months.
actually
Thank you, thank you.
explained
It is a
We'll see.
possibility.
Looking like a
unclear.
Moose at Spotlight. You
Oh
remember that
my-
round?
Yeah, Moose just not diffusing the spike.
He hit his Windows
Hit
key.
the
I think.
Windows key, couldn't get in there.
Nice. Classic.
It really
What
is.
was the other iconic one of those? Was it Marved?
Oh, yeah. So that was...
Marved on Haven
I almost
C?
said Energy. I
Oh
think,
my god.
Against like Nitro.
was it Optic or Envy? I don't
think
know.
it was
one of
Maybe a
those.
replay get onto this question, yeah.
Yes, it definitely was. It was Finesse and Marved in a 2v0 on C long. They went to pick up an operator, no one defused.
Yeah,
Classic.
I appreciate that. By the way,
AJ.
I'm gonna need us. Hey, I'm gonna need us to lock in, okay?
Unlocked.
Because we've been called out. Laundry Smeller 1 tells us
What a name.
these casters don't know about KC Sawdog? Question mark? Question mark. That's 2 question
Well, don't
marks.
say these casters. It was just you.
Well, no. Laundry Smeller 1 said these casters. We're all in this together. We're all in this boat. It's sinking.
Personally,
They
I
weren't
think
paying
the boat
close
is
enough
more so
attention.
over here, and you're more so over
Yeah,
there.
you're sinking. I'll
I've
consider
got
throwing
an
you
oar
a paddle.
over here.
Goat Kata.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's go loud.
Wing Lodu.
Wing Lodu. I
Yeah,
don't know
the
what that
emoji's
is.
not translating quite as well.
I'm
What-
waiting,
yeah, can you
I'm
read
waiting
those
for
on stream?
Laundry Smeller 1 to fire
Yatsen,
back.
hello
Can we
mate.
investigate the eggs?
How
Because
we doing,
were
bro?
talking about them
Appreciate the
earlier.
tier 1. Thank you for the 20 months as well.
Yeah, wait, we got eggs here. Hold on. Ages 4+.
Okay, are you 4+?
It says it right here.
Well, it's your birthday today, and you're turning 6, so thankfully you'll be good.
EG for the win.
Wait, what's
What do we
going
got
on?
here? Okay, we got some colors.
Are they?
Oh, okay. I thought they were eggs.
Someone.
It didn't pop!
Is it
didn't
true that
pop.
someone told me that I can just throw this up into the air?
Yeah, do it.
Try
One of the
if you
producers
break
did.
something.
Okay. I don't
You
know what
could
that
not hit the ceiling.
Oh, it
Wait,
landed
it
on the
didn't even break.
couch.
Hold
Well,
on,
it landed on
hold
the
on.
couch.
There we go.
Nice.
That's something.
It keeps landing on the
God.
couch. There's a lot going on. Oh, we're getting
you're-
more
you're
cards.
They're
scaring
giving us
me.
more eggs. That's
We don't
my
need
God.
this much ammunition
Oh, nice.
of this raining down. We're celebrating
Stimuli.
this moment. Pansy's in the
Stimuli.
chat.
Oh,
Get
Pansy!
out. Close the stream, Lauren.
Whoa,
Close the stream.
Sorry, we cannot run
What a
the
shame.
next thing Pansy typed in chat.
Interesting.
Hey, Pansy, let's keep it clean over there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Little update on the stage. Keyboard issue was there, but it did not affect the outcome of the round. Therefore,
Nice.
admins have deemed we will not be replaying it. The score of 5-5 stands, but we are getting a new keyboard for the player affected.
Nice.
Did they have to build the keyboard? Is that what we're waiting on?
We tried to do that for you a couple weeks ago.
Yo,
and it-
shout out Mimi. She's a real one. She helped me build a custom keyboard
It's a nice
for the
keyboard.
first time.
Let's go EG. We believe. Minor spelling mistake.
Alive, yeah.
Is that what you're here for?
Yo,
Just-
by the way, Dan the Penguin, me and Mimi ran into Dan the Penguin at
a
coffee
coffee
this
shop,
morning.
yeah.
Shout out Dan the Penguin. He made clove.
Dan the Penguin is also a man, not just the guy in Why It's
Oh,
Live.
really?
Yeah.
Yes. There's a
Oh.
man whose name is
Yeah.
Dan, but
So-
also his name is
And he's an
Penguin.
agent developer?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
he was.
I didn't know that.
We were on the league playtest team together. We used to come to the smoothie bar frequently for smoothie bar one-on-ones.
Right
Very
where we
important
are.
meeting.
Keyboards.
Where we are right
Yeah,
now.
dude, this is
Yeah.
rough.
Then he went on to bigger and better things.
What agents has he designed?
Clove, and now
I need
works
a
on,
2-0
live
tonight
balance,
as
like
well,
the
so let's
gun
hope they 2-0
balance
then.
What's he nerfing
updates.
Tail?
Dan. Say something. Say something, Dan.
Speak on the
Any
issue.
second
We
now.
believe.
Get the mic. Do we have a mic?
Surely. Are you telling me that the
Speak up, Dan.
65 damage didn't fix Teo? Might need to go down slightly to like 50 maybe.
That is really
Well,
cute.
we've got him mic'd up. I don't know why he isn't saying anything.
Yeah, he doesn't
Was
Was
want
he
to
shy?
Little shy.
Little camera shy.
Okay, well.
Well, you got
They
what you
should let
wanted.
Dan
This
the
is a
Penguin
commie
pass
test
around.
round.
What do you think if
What'd you
Util
say,
stopped
producer
charging
Meyer?
as soon as you get the
He said
spike
We are
planted?
getting ready checks.
It
Oh,
stops
nice.
recharging.
Ready
We
checks.
should be getting into the game again
I
shortly.
mean, it would it would wreck a lot of agents.
Love that. Love that.
It would wreck a hell of a lot of agents.
that.
Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good
Okay.
one. Weberl says, I think the casters should start an esports team. They
There
are
we
the
go.
smartest in VCT anyway.
Why
I
decide
agree.
that?
No, that's pretty based.
You won Champions 2021, right?
Dude.
Zen Esports.
Okay, Louds.
Was
there's
that
also-
written by
I didn't think
you
they
or
ecoed
Ender?
last round.
No, that was
The
a real
producers are telling
person.
me that was written by Ender. Wait a minute.
Guys, the game is on.
That it is. Finally back into it. Sounds
Loud
tech
said,
pause.
let's stack up towards
Been a
our
long one.
triple face, and if they walk at us, we're going to kill them.
Revolutionary war type beat.
I like that strat.
The lane plan then becomes the meta. Yeah, it
They're
it
taking
wouldn't be
game in
great.
control.
The,
Slowly.
the thing is as well, I think you
but
got to be
surely.
realistic of like what changes Riot would actually make. Like they're not trying to break the game.
Chat, I'm still reading chat.
The tone of your delivery just really got me there. I don't know why.
Dude, they might catch
Okay,
the
please
spike.
continue the route like that.
And Loud, they are flanking up mid, but here's that
Wait, they have
sheer
to do
wall.
some like movement.
Wait, what is some movement? Oh, they've got it activated.
Okay,
It's all
EG every single time they get the table, they just hit over towards A with the most common ult. Waterfall this a little bit, there's pressure behind. They do get the plan, but they got so much space that it should just be impossible. The Superman faces like this and gives them a gun. Dude, you had a crossfire and then they play like this? Why are they playing like this?
That's two.
He's
ulting? And he's
handling
it.
Dude.
Wants to win this round. Spots out one player. Knows
Spots
the
out
second
two.
is in main. Will he pop out on the right timing? He's out of the ultimate and TPing back into sight. Low time.
Wait, you can full
Dewey
stick
can
back
defuse
there.
around the corner, but the missiles should win this round because time is already so far gone. And he can't get on the spike. The kills not coming through either. And
Okay, well,
it got
they won the
dangerous. It got
round.
Stacy, but nature saves the day with a 4K.
EG have been doing a
They had
really good
3
job
bits of
at
map control,
staying
and
alive
they wanted the
spamming
4th
spike
bit.
with utility
That's
late
the
and
EG
stopping
classic.
Loud from defusing.
Unironically, like
They're
going
playing
back
to the win con.
to when they was a world champion team, Putter was always like, what if we just spam the smokes on Pearl? And then
Yep.
we win the round.
Pearl. Just spam the...
Nicholas Garrison. Oh my.
Is Nature
Did we just have to
Nicholas?
censor a lot?
Yeah. That was like you listen to like a modern song on the radio and there's just 40% is cut.
Did you guys know Nature's full name is actually Nicholas Acher?
No.
That's not... I don't believe that's
No.
what Icy just said.
Oh, I thought that's what he was saying.
No, I think you might have misheard.
I think you're wrong.
Loud,
Okay.
they've got the full buy.
My
They've
bad.
got one opportunity to tie this up 6-6. And okay, Scrappy in the duels, but too easy at least trades it back,
Oh.
and then Nature gets his.
Not
That's
sure
a
about this
big
one.
ulti. Loud
They
going
lock
to
them
this
in, they
mid
take a
fight,
bit of
Luke's gonna
space of
walk
it
out
as well.
into mid, but
Luke sure needs to
isn't
chill while
quite
the other
there
2
either.
swing.
Still more bodies
Ooh,
entering
this
the
is a good
fray. You
sign
think
from
about
him,
it,
though.
Loud have never on a buy round fought into mid, so
Okay, nice
those
shots.
extra angles unexpected. Jin walking down B long also finds and it sort of blocks CG out of this round.
Allowed to remember their confidence this round. Map 1, it was all about the duels here. Just swing them in mid, swing them in main. Get yours. It's a 2v4 now for Evil Geniuses.
Stealth drone over from Loud being sent to clear out a ton of A main, so some valuable info gained for them as we're heading to the tail end of this round, and EG will begin to feel a bit of
seconds
pressure
left.
from the
Got
clock.
Fawns
Needing
to
take the
delay,
spike down on
Salvos
the
to
A side,
delay,
get slowed
stun,
down by these
Astrosuck
Thorns being
maybe.
activated. Cross map from Luke Show as well.
Now it's C, nice shot. That should lock up this round.
Okay,
Yay.
the end 6, I
nice
feel like
adjustment,
EG
but he
did great
doesn't
to actually
find
pull
the
this
kill.
one back. Not that it was the
6 to
nicest
6,
pal we've
yet
ever
again,
seen.
2
I still
rounds
like
in a
Loud's
row.
game
It's
plan.
tied even
I
at
feel like
half.
they forgot about it a little bit after the
Loud's
tech
going
pause,
for
to
some
be
of
honest,
those
because they stopped
open faces
pushing on the
swords on,
sides to get
finding
the info,
success, getting
and like
the trades
reacting
back,
on the sides
pressuring
where there
in
was no
towards mid
pressure.
after the
If they
fact.
carried on doing
Great
that, they might have been
timing
good for like
caught
8.
by Pankata.
Look, you can't tell me that this is not just the exact same map we just watched. It's 6-6 at the half. EG have like no individual player that's popping off. Meanwhile, Pankata is doing even better.
Pankata,
this
yeah,
time,
no, he's going
21
nuts.
and 5.
It's deja vu
What the
on
flip
Pearl
flop?
as we head to the break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Was it only 6-6 as well? Yeah, I mean, there was some scrappy rounds in there. You sub now, there you go. You don't have to tank the ads anymore. He's doing better as an IGL. I think he has full belief in this team now as well, which helps a lot. But he's been aiming all this year though. There was even those games where they were kind of getting a little bit wrecked. He was still, I remember on like Split, he was still locking it down a lot. Does 6-6 favor Loud or EG? I mean, EG should be fine. What's their comp? Double duelist? Honestly, maybe it favors Loud a little bit. Mr. TV with the Prime. Thank you for the 2 months. Thank you. They should
Again with
yeah, Loud will
Pancada,
definitely.
he had a monstrous first half back on Lotus.
The problem is
and
they
at the
don't
halftime
have
here,
anything to
Pearl,
trigger the wall though, right?
21
So honestly,
to 5. I would say that's pretty good.
they might
this
struggle.
Is basically an exact repeat of what happened on Lotus.
Really?
At half, Pancada going crazy and tied up 6-6.
What do I expect the
difference this
Teonas
time,
to be?
though, is that
Just
Luke Show has
increase
had a
on
very slow
the.
start,
I reckon
so
they
get
do something
5
with the
and 8.
salvo
As of
damage,
right now,
and then I reckon they
probably his
increase
worst performance of the matches he's played, and
time in between the
has set an
salvos.
unbelievably
Look
high
at this, that's
standard
nuts.
for himself. He is consistently top fragging. Dropped 27 on map 1. Top
The
ranked 5
double
out of
duelist
6
can
of
defend
the
this
maps he
wall pretty
played
well.
Prior to that, I
We'll
mean,
see.
he's just been on another level.
Oh, they do have a
Yeah,
Yori.
this guy doesn't
Dude,
get
I
what-
thought
doesn't get
dude,
24
honestly,
kills in a map.
then they should be
That's an
okay.
underperformance
Yeah, Loud should be
for
so
him.
fine.
He's dropped min 20, I think, on
Burn duration, they
every
might do that
map.
as well.
I could be wrong, and I could be lying. I think there was one he had 18, and he's still top fragged for that because Loud rolled, but every other map, 20 minimum, I think. Or I'm lying. We'll check
One of
in on
the
that. Source, trust me.
No one's really here on B to hold.
I mean, they're going to be getting here pretty quickly, right? EG trying to get past the one-way to Jazin, though. Early trades.
Nature did good to get
And
a trade
Loud
here.
are divided up around the wall for
Still
a
no
moment.
plan at the moment. They go for the
smokes down,
good
it should be
plan
easy
over
enough to get
towards
into a comfy
long.
post.
Or are they actually going to get it down?
Has pretty much all arrived.
Obviously, it's not
So
as
later
easy to
than the
spam
rest
this
of
with a
the team.
pistol, but means that these two can just play off site. Let's see what the two on site can do together.
Find timing, but forced back by Util.
Yeah, into the side already. Lot of utility for backhaul, but Loud are holding their nerve. And Luksha, is this his round to turn it back into
That
his
really nice
favor?
from him. He took the space
Absolutely.
after the salvos
Easy
instantly
3 for
on that
Luksha.
first duel.
He's up to 8.
There's something about him on the pistol rounds with the Ghost that results in consistent multi-kills. He is so sharp.
And he also ends up being the guy that's usually saving the next round a lot of times, too. Just carrying him a pistol, still finding value in those as well. So this will actually be Loud winning both pistols on this map, right? I guess that would be the big difference compared to the last map where EG won the first pistol and it started snowballing away from them. EG came into this half with momentum, but Loud have stolen that away for just a moment at least.
That could be a much-needed moment of confidence gain for Luke Show to get right back into this game. I also, in the second half on Lotus, that's when he surged up the scoreboard and tied with Pancada. So
Nice shot. They always do this on their ecos. Yate gets the Marshal and they just take turns.
At that point, I'd want to see a third map to see if we could just do it again.
They have enough potential. With the cooldown increase, use one missile, it does full damage. 2 missiles, it splits the damage. It's not the worst thing.
Try and allow an opportunity for Loud to pivot back to A if necessary. Wow, actually trying to catch the Simon to walk into the site.
Yeah, something like that where you have to put a bit of thought into it would be nice.
The makings of a crazy time.
I think that's all we want. It's just like the agent to have some kind of brain power.
Because
at the moment it's just like it's an initiator version of Brim.
And here come the
catching
rotates.
the timing.
But I do think
Derek's
we're
only
going
got
to
a
trend that
classic,
way
so
with
even
this
him
game.
sticking around on
As soon as
site
they
isn't
made
too
it
big
the
of a
game for
problem.
console,
30 seconds left.
we're always going to
There
get
it is.
simpler agents.
That is super
And
free. The
it
rest of the team
sucks.
are getting to the site now for a very easy plant.
Look where Pancada is as well. He's ready to support. Just peek his head. Oh my god. Through the wall.
That was actually Mike Herman trapped in Breaking Bad through the wall.
2 for
Nice
2
shot.
with the references today.
Really going in with the Breaking Bad cinematic.
Okay, well, they don't lose anything and this bonus is
Not
incredible.
bad,
Got an
though.
armory buy.
Alright. Pretty clinical for Loud. This is legitimately starting, just like how the second half did.
No.
Luke Show gets a bunch of kills on the pistol, and then he cleans up a couple on round 2 with a pistol.
In 2 rounds, he has doubled his kills.
He is right back in the game.
Let's go, boy. I like that shit.
Oh, that's awesome. For not censoring that.
Always a gift.
All right, on over the top, instant break from EG.
Yeah, that's nice though. They can smoke up and create the pressure.
Again, heavy buy round 3. Loud carrying over from the FPX. And breaking apart mid very early on. I mean, Luxio's going on a bit of a mission.
Oh, this is nice. They insert one here, but they've made it look like there's lots, and then they 4-pass and push. It's like a reverse of what everyone's doing at the moment, and it makes way more sense with the choke point.
They did not prioritize getting into mid early on.
Icy
Oh
ran
my
out
goodness,
of
timing
time
on
his
this.
TP. Now he'll swing in, has a second to escape, and does get out as Nature picks up a kill. The lurk from Luxio. Activated into the site.
Timing's incredible.
Good timing found onto Nature, who's got blindsided, and Icy on the swing as well.
Beast. Absolute beast, bro. Dude, this whole strat was nice, though. I think more teams can steal this.
So good.
Where you help Yoru go through door, you meet the other 4 here. Makes so much more sense than what people are doing. I think like Loud play this map pretty nice.
Felt like EG kind of rushed their way into the fight. Whether it was Ye swinging back hall when you've got the double.
The timing, you got a little bit
down
lucky
in
with the
street.
timing. No doubt about it.
Because they do that FPX buy on their anti-EQ after winning pistol, they get a really solid one here. Tons of rifles to play with. That is clinical on the third.
And the thing is, when you go for a 4-1 split like this, you're usually like, the one player is usually the last to activate, or it's a throwaway 1-for-1 going to the site to pull heads. You're not getting 3 kills like that.
And if you guys remember Potter's interview after map 1, her gripe she gave to Riff was that they never had any money in the second half. That every anti-eco round was getting out of control. That they couldn't win against their opponent's bonus. And look where we are now.
She's on the phone with EG corporate. Give us money, please.
Oh, absolute shot.
Okay, Luxio shut down by the Marshal. What a headshot.
Yeah, it becomes a little bit weird. Guns down, they pick up the gun. This could go pretty badly for Loud.
Certainly a way
Hard to get through all of this as well. They're going to find the wall, they can trigger this. They still have the clone though without triggering it, so it's kind of nice for entering the site. Pancada needs to be super careful. Timing on this looks like it's going to get rough.
Don't let him do it again, please.
Oh, this might be a brutal timing. Yes, Superman going to get that.
Another gun for them to pick up.
Out from heaven. Flash and icy damage. GG.
Dude, everyone clean. Oh boy. We had one of these on the first map as well, where everyone just picks up all of the guns, they get all the upgrades.
That was so well done. Luxio getting shut down initially towards A, and then Loud feel like, okay, we got to force ourselves into B, and EG rotated, stacked it up.
Great shot.
Oh. Yeah, that was a nasty shot. I mean, to the, yeah, and then Ye is able to rotate from there into back halls.
Right.
Nature happy about it. And yeah, it's an off. This is always a key when you're playing these Yoru Jet compositions.
Brings me back to the good old days.
You want to say it for me?
No.
Okay.
Okay, the Fade Eye doesn't get broken, so they know that no one pushed this, right? Oh my goodness. Drone Prowler?
At the moment, there is a ton of initiator.
Still going to get a kill as well. It's a nice repick.
He used to force him back, and it just doesn't even matter.
He swung in and got 1 kill.
Yeah, but that's 1 more kill than he was getting with bleed most.
And they put the ult into this as well. Dude, this might be 2 back-to-back really rough rounds for Loud. We'll see.
Strays on strays.
That was.
I'm Ye's biggest fan. Don't even start with me.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it mistaken.
Oh my goodness. Got knives as well. Oh, this could be an absolute round.
He's so back. He's so back. I mean, the knives during the steel garden.
Jake Twitch, thank you so much for the 4 months, bro. I appreciate you.
Got the op back.
Thank you, Jake.
We've waited years for this.
Here.
Gonna wait a little
Not
longer.
That. 5v2. I want the highlight reel. Come on, Ye. Through the smoke. Icy takes the first. Ye whiffs.
Raid boss.
Sharp right now, but double face.
Okay, very nice.
Was worried that
Well, we got some prime.
Rough for Loud though. Got an eco on this, gonna get real close.
so they're able to convert that round. EG are suddenly
It pretty much is the
back in
first map
game.
on repeat.
Looked like Loud would be going to be up 10-6, and they have come to life. This was so sick. The immediate swap to the knives off of the steel garden was crazy.
Flat chat tomorrow, yeah. Dude, I'm hoping we get an okay amount of sleep today, but this goes 3rd map with tech pauses, and it feels like the NRG Lev game might be close as well. You never know.
It's a lot of kills,
Be a rough
but
one.
I feel like they haven't been super high impact in these last few rounds. Not to take away from that obscene stat line, but yeah, he really got Loud to, you know, off to a surging
Okay, Low-Buy comes in, they got the hero gun, and Pancada's not on the hero gun.
Listen,
That's kind of mad with what's going on, to be honest.
EG has been losing a hell of a lot of them this game.
Oh, good dodge on the flash there. Breaking all the utility.
Oh.
Breaking the utility.
Bro, you gotta hit those. He almost dies for it. Thankfully, Ye has got his back in the TP. Back into it with the ultimate. That should sure it up. Superman. Where did he get those from? Cow and Zine as well? Wanted to put on a highlight reel, but
Okay,
we
you
shut
can see a
down as
timeout.
EG tie us back up at 9.
Scary when Icy had to teleport out, but I like that instant dimensional drift.
This is payback for all the early sweeps we've had. That is true, Prodigy. We got even 3 weeks in a row. We've been incredibly lucky with fast Americas on Sunday.
I mean, I suppose it's unfortunate they lost 2 at the end, but realistically, it doesn't matter. Their cash is really solid at the moment.
Yeah, winning that eco and stringing a couple together, they're going to be set for a long, long time. But this round for Loud is the swing, I feel. They're buying down low. They've got 3 monster ultimates. You've got to be winning a round like this if you're spending it all.
All right, so early on, pretty standard.
Dude, no timeouts, so you would imagine the coach is happy with whatever plan has been put down from Loud.
The team are attempting to make their way slowly into Arc.
And at least on the minimap, they're picking the right site, weak site.
Just going to give the information on Superman's angle, force him back.
Wow, Tuz was considering the early ult there.
Yeah, saves the ult for sight. My ult. Oh, my hit no one. Yeah, and they salvoed here as well. They know they're so clear. The only thing they don't know about is A main at the moment.
Everything cleared out. This should be a pretty safe plan. And then they
you got Teo ult to stop them. Push in. You got Astra ult to delay them.
Is of course going to get the missile cycled up as well.
Icy's working on a flank. He falls off.
My goodness. There's Astra ult. Oh, they get a kill before. Do you now Teo ult because of that?
DGZ. So it's a 5v4 retake. Loud has forces still left alive on this
We got Teo at one point, right? Are we saving for the after plant? I'm not sure that's the right call. My goodness, Luke's a beast. Ult goes in.
Still the round's not done. Loud. Walled off. Pancada holding, and there's no trade for Ye.
Dude, this is non-stop.
Stalled. But the wall
Astra suck. Salvos. Stun to swing.
Ready to go.
Shot. Someone's gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say someone's gonna send it in, but dude, it's disgusting, isn't it? It's actually disgusting.
And that's how a post plant will go
we got
when you
so
have
much
your
after plant.
and Teo able to survive to the very end. That miscue
I feel like EG did pretty good to get this one close, though, to be honest with you.
Obviously, Ye had intentions of swinging through. And
I think if Ye stays with his team there,
call to go through, and he ended up going alone, or there was some kind of communication mishap that occurred, which allowed Pancada to get that free kill, get it into the 2 versus 2.
Are you serious? I got.
How frustrating is that for you?
Was that the shot at Art? It was pretty fast, this one.
He's been on a different page compared to other players on his team.
Look at the EG economy right now going into this round, by the way. 3 players.
Dude, look at everyone's econ. We got 3 here.
We
got 3 here.
This now turns from the swing round for Loud.
Dude, the problem for Loud is they got no money. Sorry, no one close to us.
Super late in the game, a round that could certainly be worth 2, excuse me.
The thing is, all the big ults were used in the last round. Maybe Derek gets an ult online at some point in this round, but on defense, playing passively towards A, very unlikely. It's that explosive retake potential EG are hoping for, not going to be able to tap into that. Zin finding the opening towards B.
Takes down Icy.
So much rely on the other carries of EG.
Dude, Ye's going for it. Wait,
on the site,
they don't have to commit here.
Positioning into the close corner. This
and Tuz is on top of this.
Mid as well, but Nature, he's gone. And now it's on Super, who does find his mark. Still, it's a big disadvantage here.
Please someone cover this plant.
Does Derek take this time if he wants to?
Okay.
But the coverage is thorough from Loud.
Dude, they got to save.
At this point, they can just gather back
3
up,
stars. They want to go for it.
Astra alive, Teho alive. 2 versus 4.
Honestly, if Derek gets a kill, the Teo is pretty strong in this pause.
After he takes this first fight, or even if EG wait too long to get back into the site.
I don't know if they can even win this round. Time's low, the player's long. This is going to be so difficult, but that's a solid start. Still, the util is a definite problem for Evil Geniuses. They're going to try and get on the spike, but there's a player there ready to spam, a player there ready to push.
Very,
and
very
Derek,
nice.
he's going to die
Calm
for
with
it.
this one as well. They
EG,
managed to get DG's Zin's ult. EG have the eco. And
in this game.
A pivotal round for them to close
what do
out
they do?
this game.
Timeout here as well?
From
Do
just
they even
winning
have
the
a
round
timeout
itself,
left? I can't
crushing
remember.
The EG economy. It's gotten DGZine to that dimensional drift.
Yeah, they do.
And that can be used on the final buy that EG will have.
Why did they go for this?
Here,
They're giving it an alright try. I think you have to save, but
Looks like EG are going to be calling a tech coming out of this. Just to look at sort of the state of their buy, whether or not they can do anything, because for my eyes, it's like, yeah, you could maybe get 1 or 2 hero rifles, but that means you won't be able to buy the op for Ye in the next round.
dude, this game would have been so hype if it was like winner goes through.
Here is instead to say, no, we need to save to get that op, because I think it's been so effective for Ye.
It's so obscene also that Pancata is 28-8. In all of these post plants, he's just finding a kill or two. He slowed down a little bit, late in that first half into this one, and now has just been consistent value every single round.
And I think we have Riv here again to get a check-in on how our teams are doing.
Well, maybe not. Teams aren't doing great, apparently.
Riv, funny thing, you were muted that entire time. Try it again. Oh, let's give him that headset, Chris. It seems like the mic's not working. We want this insight.
I'm not sure.
Riv, quickly.
Riv, run.
Riv's giving up on it. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine, Riv.
This is so sad.
Look, we're just a little disappointed.
They tried, I guess.
NC Riv. He was given some good stuff.
Well, hey, we could do a tech pause and figure that out, and then no. Okay.
Maybe we just let the game play out.
Fine by me. It looks like there was a hero rifle purchased for Icy, but Supa is saving for an op for Ye.
The aforementioned Ye, picking up the Marshal again, has been favoring that weapon on a ton of eco rounds, both maps. Stealth drone destroyed, and Derek is caught by those salvos, needs to at least temporarily retreat as Loud put emphasis on getting A main early.
Kind of wild that EG are pushed out in mid. Although Luxo has a flash there, so it's possible for him to tap that flash and see.
It's a big change up though. Icy going aggro.
Missed the window on that now. And
yeah, and he doesn't know the walls here, but honestly,
if
they've done their homework, he might.
Or just go for the fast flank.
Our Dimensional Drift is going to be used on this anti-eco.
Oh, this is a rough one for Ye. Is he really going to peek like that?
DGZine running through the A site, getting all the info, realizes for his team that it is...
Damn, that's an absolute shot. How has he hit that?
That's a gun for Ye.
How has he hit that?
Down as well.
Wait, that must have been nuts.
On this flank so much faster than Loud would ever expect.
Yeah, they're going to need to be heightened in the awareness to be able to pick off Icy.
I don't think anyone's going to be looking, at least not yet.
Dude, Luke Shaw goes down so they don't have the wall up. Oh boy.
It doesn't matter.
Oh no,
Icy the mark.
With the hero rifle too. That was EG's chance to get back
They
in.
ult's incredible. Does Pancata have those
They're going to try to.
suck.
Nature holding things down. The missile's coming in.
They got
Gets
half.
it halfway. Dies for the efforts, but Supa with the bucky. He's gone through the smoke, and now Derek has to defend. Yeah, he's trying to stick in the 2v2, the defuse. It's coming through.
Bros,
and
this close.
EG on their thrifty round, despite the bumbles, despite the
they
mistakes,
keep winning eco
win it
rounds.
out regardless.
That was huge. I think the Armageddon from Derek is really the big difference maker there. Because there were tail missiles on the other side, but they came in late because that tail was trying to run out of the other one's ulti.
Oh my god, what a shot from Ye. But that's the risk of being the lurk on an anti-eco and getting proactive to the extent that you pushed all the way down B long alone while your team is 4 over at A. You know players are going to be in ratty positions with worse by guns, and you can get punished for overextending.
And now the situation is flipped. Loud with a couple of Guardians, some light armors. Ye has the operator that was donated over to him because of the save on the previous round.
This is everything on the line for Loud. Look at the state of their cash. It is brutally low. I mean, same for EG. It has been neck and neck, back and forth, this entire map.
It is interesting to me how passively EG are playing some of these lines deep towards Art. Sort of the passive op line into A main instead of pushing forward to the box. Even back on B, Icy's on that site, but he's not holding anything. He's waiting for a wall to be triggered.
Flash haunt combination so Loud can try and get some presence in street, and the stealth drone will clear out everything for them.
They don't take much map control.
down to 40 seconds. They still haven't
Yeah,
broken the
they
wall
might
on the
struggle
site.
here.
This
I
is a
think
hard one to
EG
exec
might be
into.
alright.
I see has
They
great
only have two
position.
over
Yeah, he
towards the
still has
side
his
right now,
flash.
but
Nightfall will sell his position quickly, though, so if Loud can scale off that.
No clone for DGZ. They have to just send it through
Huge
this
stall.
wall.
did that
Stall, you're right.
that
They're
ult
completely
is
canceled out
incredible
here.
timing.
25
Still no
seconds.
rotate though, even
And
though
now,
they use double
finally, the go button
smokes.
getting pressed, but Icy in the corner. The wall up. Icy.
How how has he got that kill? 15 seconds. How are they winning this one? Can we stop the plant? Looks like we can. Gotta go for an open plant on this one. Oh, he's dead, right? Oh my god, hero. Absolute hero.
Still, it's traded out by Calzian on the other side. EG are flooding into the site, but it's about to be a 1v3.
No
It's just
way
not
they
gonna
managed
happen.
to
It's
win
all
this
out.
one. I have so many questions. Why are EG not rotating when the double smokes get committed? How's DG Zin got the kill? I'm so
Just the
confused.
classic. That is insane.
That might just lose this series for EG.
And that's a round where EG, they slammed the
He only
Visor.
had a classic.
The Wolves absolutely owned it for him.
Find that so obscene. And the Nature playing forward.
Tui's is
Sadly
calm
can't
with the
even
plant
find
as well.
one in that moment. Pancata, by the way, 1 kill in that round gets him to the 30 bomb. 30 for 9 on the map.
Over 3.0 KD.
Dude, why is Pancata showing up like this in a match that has no stakes?
It's a bit of a bold
He wants to
timeout.
win a
That's
damn
awesome.
game, Chris.
It is a bit of a bold timeout because EG are out of timeouts and you give them the opportunity to have a timeout when you have all momentum and you just kind of own them a little bit. So don't think it's unless you haven't got something that's like round winning.
Don't forget, this is also EG
Don't
coming
think this
off
is the
of
best
a win
timeout,
against what we
but
thought was the
we'll
best
see.
team in the group in Crew.
Because like, look at this though. In fairness, they've been getting eco'd a lot. So,
Unbelievable.
and this is a low buy.
On the borderline of losing against a winless team.
This Loud team has so much potential going into stage 2, man. They have such unbelievable.
Yeah, and look at the gamble from EG. This is definitely a potical. 4-person stack over towards B. The whole of the A site
have your world
empty.
champ IGLing and dropping 30. You can't be going 1 and 4 if they win this game.
This round is rough too. EG series
Breaks it.
point on a low by
Oh, dude, yeah, we've seen this quite a few times.
I mean, they've won 2 thrifties already in this game.
Big jewel
What
over
is
towards B
happening?
main.
Oh, don't let him
Okay.
get away with this.
Dude,
Don't
you
let him
had
get
the
away.
bucket. We went for it. 5 HP. Seen this one before. Pancata gets timed by the guy close
Oh
as
my
well.
God, he's not aware. Icy gets the
He's
free
lacking
kill.
critical information.
That's a 30-kill player, not checking his corners. You can't go into this bucket. You can't swing this bucket. Please don't
Guys,
swing the
oh
bucket.
my
Okay,
goodness.
it's fine. DG Zin comes up and saves the day, and Loud, they fight back, bounce back into this round. But Icy,
Holy. Oh,
redemption
boy.
from the whip. Just for 3, and
One
EG
chance left.
have the gap to 1.
I think we have to talk about the
Gave him a
absurdity of that
timeout.
round for EG.
I don't
First
know
of all,
about
it's a
that. There's
full
no
force
way they play this
Bucky,
stack.
Sheriff, Singers
There's no way
nonsense.
they play this
But
stack
also
like
Loud
this
had
without this
3 players
timeout.
that were 1 orb away from having ults. The fact that they get these fights here, Icy's finding that, then teleporting back to be involved in this.
Yeah, that was
mad work.
a great reposition. Nice transfer.
Yeah, it was a good timeout
Jay
from
swinging bottom street
Potter.
as well at the
Dude,
exact same
I think she
time.
had an absolute disastrous one on Lotus, but this made up for it.
3 light armors.
3 targets on Loud that are susceptible to the one-shot, and he's positioned on B where they're headed.
And importantly, it's Dudges in with light armor. The guy that's often taking the first fight. It doesn't matter for the Outlaw, but it might matter for the round.
Oh,
Big
yay.
damage.
Gets the tag down to 10
Dude, look at the
HP on
ults,
Pancata.
though.
Tui's going to grab that orb. It likely won't come into play unless he gets
This is a
a bunch
really
of kills
big
and
play
the
from
spike
Ye.
down. More
He
important
can
is the
one-shot
fact that the
3
other
people
3
right
Loud
now.
Players have ultimates to play with. Use that cosmic divide to try to nullify some angles, force out. Yay, but he's able to capitalize regardless.
The spam is
Yeah,
good
they
for
do the
trade,
close astral.
but it's still a 4v3. Ult for Luke Show. Icy replying with the dimensional drift, pushing back towards long. He's seen them all.
Spots
The
them
rotates
over
with the
towards
right,
the
and
site,
look at Icy.
locks them
The
in.
wall means no audio on him, and he's repositioned all the way
But
back
this gets
to long.
really weird.
EG going to take their time, wait for these walls to come down.
It's not
40
Nova,
seconds
thank you so much
left,
for the
and
Prime,
Loud
bro.
aren't
Appreciate
even
the
on
8
site.
months.
They're stuck back in Hull.
The missiles.
missiles to force them out into the open.
But the wall is still up, and Icy doesn't have his shot. 30 seconds now. Derek worried about a push
Dude,
towards
all
spawn,
three
but
of them
until
locked
the
into
stall out.
elbow.
And the wall's coming down now.
They're double swinging back into the site.
Oh, it looks like they
They're
know.
so
They're
ready
gonna
for
go
Icy, but he
walk,
could
clear
still pick a good
Icy.
time. He
Oh
could
my
find his
goodness.
moment. Flash up. Icy spots one. Another flash. 15 seconds. Loud. They need to get the plant down, but EG is sending in all the troops.
Keep an eye on the time. We got 10 HP.
The IGL, the star.
It's just
It
impossible.
should be just too much. 4 seconds. He's out of
Oh,
time.
boy.
EG. OT. They're
He's,
not out yet.
Yo, why is this series
It's
a
rough.
giga banger? It's a 13-11 map
2
1,
chances.
OT map 2. What is going on?
It comes down to Loud's inability to deal
I think
with
it comes down to
EG
the
when they're on
inability to
eco
deal with
rounds.
the ecos, yeah.
3 times in that half, I believe.
Literally, it was EG without money, had a higher round
Dude, I
win
wonder
rate
if
than
Loud
anyone
would be
they
tilted
had
as well,
or
like
equivalent,
player-wise.
I guess.
Sure, yeah, they go 3
There's a
for
chance.
3. That's
I don't know what
crazy.
went on in the 12-10 timeout,
Loud
but
have to be so
imagine you had a
frustrated
plan that
feeling
you thought was
they
good
threw
against
that
it,
game away.
and then the coach calls something else, and then you lose the
12-10,
eco
EG
at
on
12-10.
an eco.
There's a chance
They
for
win it out.
people to get tail
Loud
ends.
carrying 3
Then that
ults
much.
into the final round. Not enough
Knowing
to
that
get
you're
them
gonna
over
give
the
them a
finish line.
chance
Cowan's
to
dead before he can use the Armageddon. Artesia's in glass
Make
cannon
a call
off.
as well,
Doors early.
and as we could see, it was
He's
a
had a
correct
rough
call of a
series.
5-person
But in
stack.
OT, it's
Oh
not
boy,
gonna
and we're out here
change.
missing
Dead to
shots.
Icy. And EG up 5v4.
Oh
Luke
boy,
Show,
everyone's tilted.
He's not finding the mark either, and EG now a clean
Edge One,
advantage
thank you so much for
and
the
a
prime.
golden
Appreciate you.
pathway
Thank
to
you,
be.
thank you.
Yeah, nobody on that B site. No Vi's utility to worry about any longer.
And those are the kind of shots that Digicine just never misses, frankly. Such a rare whiff from him. EG are in prime position to get to this match point.
And they've still got a couple flashes on Icy. They've got the stun from Derek. They've got so many fighting tools. Loud really need to find a pick out from Heaven, but those angles aren't being offered up to them just yet.
EG have both their post-plant players stuck in towards long. Loud have to go quickly if they even want a chance of winning this. They see Icy, that's a free opener, so maybe a chance now.
Oh,
They
Pancada.
swing towards backside.
Pancada.
No one's looking at
There's
Pancada.
no
No
way.
one's looking, and now it's all about the post-plant.
It's just
But
about
it's
to get
still
another
2
smoke.
stars down
Just came
right
up
there.
now.
Got
Smoke.
used. The pull will come in next. No,
Oh,
the
pull is
stun.
stun as well. They could be
He's pushed
sticking
away,
it.
But it's a 2v1.
The other star's gone.
There's no pull. He's got to run. He has to stop Tui's. Tui's sticking, holding the shorty.
Holy bro,
It's
this is
enough
so
from Derek.
close.
And EG,
I didn't know they
have
didn't
their
have the
own
comms about the
shot
Astra suck.
at map point.
Even that round is coming down to the wire. After getting a huge opening advantage from
This
EG,
game's
the work
nuts, yeah.
Pancada did backside.
Someone's bold that
A
for sure
little
didn't
bit
have Astra
silly,
suck.
and it's Derek with the Red Bull clutch.
Just has no business getting that close. The 3 players who were stacked up back halls got completely warped. First, there was the barrel spotted on the player who's tucked into the corner. Then Pancada wraps around rather with the Nebula just
Yeah, it's
obscuring the
close.
view from the players and B long. That was so well played. Derek clutches it up at the last moment.
Another timeout. Uh oh.
All right, let's take a breather. Timeout.
All right, I'll
Keep it chill. Keep it chill.
This game was just supposed to be the waiting room for the last one that mattered of the season.
This is a long, long waiting room.
It's been an entertaining one, though. Pancada, 1 kill away from tying Stage 1 America's kill record in a single map. That's at 33. He's tying it now, actually.
You don't know if it's a suck or a pull prior.
33.
I mean, it depends on the.
Madness.
It depends if it's been
All the
used in the
Astra
map
makes sense.
earlier.
And he might
Normal
just do it on a
behavior.
map loss.
Yeah,
Like
we're
if it was
26
used-
rounds in now,
If it was used like at some point on the exec,
less than half.
That's insane.
like if the comms are good, you know that it's still on time, on
Yeah.
cooldown.
Are we gonna keep
There might have
calling
been
out the
a-
spelling mistakes?
I think
So
at this
people
point
in chat
the
are saying that he stunned and then Astra
Can't help
sucked.
myself.
Yeah,
But I just saw it stun and nothing else. But
Derek Luth.
The 2 people fell into the Cluth trap.
just brutal.
Let's lock in.
All right. Can Loud hang around on Pearl, the map pick of EG, or is this going to come down to the wire on Split, the decider?
Those are the 2 options.
he doubled up,
Drone
stun, then
just going
sucked.
to
Oh,
get
okay.
all of that info towards B early on, standard.
But
open
then,
when you've got
nothing much you
Mateo.
can do.
But this time it's not a slow round. Loud is just full group for a 5-hit on B.
I see. Don't let us down back there.
Yeah, he needs to do it this time. Fakes his TP out. Now he's hot committed.
Yeah, he chose to go back to a deeper angle. He's played that backside a few
Dude, they
times
just
around.
call for the B here.
Resets onto
3
the
people
TP.
here.
Nature dodges
Wall
out
flash
onto the haunt and the
forms.
flash to fight back
They
in.
gotta try
Here
force
baiting.
through. They got no backup options.
It's just gonna be a re-exec though. Loud is sending it. Here they come, Loud into the site. Icy swings out, finds one,
Huge.
2 from Icy. That's what you need to see, but Pancada
Dude, Bancada's doing
records
so
and
much.
maybe winning this
34 to
round.
12.
Needs a
Now
little
lose
more
the map.
though. 2 already. But Yay on this late flank could be the knife in the back. Yay. When does he arrive? Just at the perfect time. One more kill. It's Tui's off the bench in the roster, trying to end a game on a clutch. But this time he can't
Holy,
do
this
it.
one's
EG
devastating.
in overtime.
There could be a lot of
push us
people
all the
tilted
way
on
to
Loud here, I'm
split.
telling you.
Kill
That
record
12-10
broken for the
timeout is
stage, and you
insanely
can't
bold.
win the map. 2 of them, Lotus, Pearl, both coming down to the wire. 34 and 13 for your Astra, and you can't